Hi, I'm Tor from the Wombats, and you're watching Gazeta.pl.
Just.
Why Wombats? You're from UK, and this is, an Australian creature. So
Yeah, no,
why is that?
It was a very sort of random decision, to be honest. It wasn't like a very, sort of like, it was no thought process put in behind it, I guess. It was kind of like we just needed a band name for the first gig that we did in Liverpool, and at the time we used to call each other like, stupid Wombats, or like as a sort of like nickname or whatever. And it's kind of a funny animal as well, and the promoter sort of said you need to give us a band name to put on the poster, and Dan was on the phone with him and said like, yeah, let's put the Wombats for now, and we intended to change it, but we never did. Kind of got stuck.
We don't admit it, but we never seen eye to eye. My hobby's moaning and yours is making money. It's always a shock when old friends pass by. With you it's no death in the family. Let's not talk about hate when there's hell to pay for my cowardice and your bad timing.
I think we listen to a lot of the same music as well. We're big fans of, a lot of 90s music. We all grew up in the 90s to the grunge and, Smashing Pumpkins, Weezer, Nirvana, Foo Fighters, and Radiohead was, maybe one of the most important ones for all three of us. So, but yeah, there's a lot of similar influences, but also like a lot of different. I guess that's just adds to it, I suppose.
This is no. This is no. This is no Bridget Jones. This is no Bridget.
And you started playing together in quite a young age. And do you have got some rock and roll memories from tours or from first gigs?
I just remember like playing a lot of like little pubs and clubs in the early days, and we sort of like, there was no money involved, or there was no like tour bus or even tour van and stuff. So we were all like going in a dance car. It was a Postman Pat van, and it was kind of like we packed it with stuff, and it was so packed that I was sitting in the back with things on my laps, and yeah, just going to random places, sleeping at promoters' floors, and partying with the locals, and yeah, and it was a fun stage. Like recently, it's been quite different. Like we get to stay in hotels, and we got a tour bus and stuff. But one of the hotels that we stayed in recently in Ibiza, things got thrown off the balcony. Put it that way. I'm not gonna go into details, but it was yeah, a pretty messy night.
Do you remember the moment that you started thinking it's getting bigger and bigger, and it's gonna be our career?
Yeah, it was kind of like it all happened quite gradually. So there wasn't like one moment where, oh yeah, it's gonna happen now. It kind of like, it was kind of a step-by-step sort of process. But I remember like, I think we were in America on a little tour, and came back to the UK after being away for 2 or 3 weeks. And we came to play V Festival, and the Killer Director was on radio when we were away, and something happened those weeks when we were away, because when we played Killer Director in that festival, everybody knew the words. I was singing along, and I think that was the sort of first realization of like, okay, something is happening here. And but yeah, then it's sort of like just kept growing. But it's been quite a slow process.
Well, you like to dance to Joy Division also?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like all the time, like in the UK, every time Love It Tears Apart come on, the dance floor goes mental, and we are often taking part in that. So